everyone. Welcome to episode 351, Avoiding Tantrums. Welcome to the Harmony in the Home podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Hutchison. I'm a counselor, a life coach, and most importantly, an imperfect mom doing this work right along with you. And my goal on our podcast is to go from chaos to calm, feel less frazzled, and have more fun within your four walls to have more harmony in your home. So, we talk about tantrums. We talk about them all the time. Today, we're talking about avoiding tantrums. If I could clip this Facebook page every day, I would. She's from the page Brat Busters Parenting, which I love alliteration. She's so good and she's so matter of fact when she speaks. Her name is Lisa Bunnage. Hope I'm saying that right. Bunnage from Busters Parenting. And she just gives really good clips and really good energy and really good tips about having good energy, whether you're a parent, a teacher, or you're engaging with someone else's kids, of how to be very matter of fact and take the emotions out of it, but also do it with so much emotions. You're like, what are you talking about, Kelly? You're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. Well, let me let you listen and you'll hear what I mean.
You're making your life harder by trying to avoid tantrums. The only way that you can avoid a tantrum is avoiding anything that might upset them, even though you're doing the right thing. So in other words, you're avoiding making them sit at the dinner table when they want to keep getting up and running away. So you're avoiding the things that make them upset. And even though you know that you shouldn't be, okay? Or you're giving in to them completely. So if they start having a tantrum, you give them whatever they're tantruming over. Now, what you're doing is you're making your life harder in the long run for sure. You already know that though. That's short-term gain for long-term pain. The tantrums are where all the lessons are. They're tantruming over not getting their own way. They're tantruming because they lost emotional control because they didn't get what they wanted, when they wanted it, and how they wanted it. That's all it is. It's all based on anger. You've got to let them work it out, not you. With tantrums, you just completely ignore them while they're having a tantrum. You want to be nearby. You don't look on your phone and don't get into a conversation. I think that's rude. They're still going through something, but it's important that they know they're having a tantrum, but it'll look like you're just waiting for it to finish. As soon as it does, you say, "Oh, y'all done? Do you want to go read a book?" So you ignore the crazy and then you reward the calm with attention. Do not discuss a tantrum or bad behavior. There's no point whatsoever. It's giving it a lot of power. Where you put your energy, where you put your focus is what grows. If you're putting too much energy into trying to deal with their scenes, their fits, their meltdowns, their tantrums, you're just going to get more of them.
If you listen to a lot of her stuff, it's very matter of fact and it's very just, I don't want to say clinical, but like clinical, because she takes all the emotion out of it. It's like, okay, I see a kid crying. Instead of me making it about me and I'm a bad parent because my kid is crying, it's like, oh, he's crying, she's crying. I didn't agree with the part about don't talk about it because I feel like I definitely agree during the moment, don't talk about it. Like, oh, you're crying, so you're going to lose your iPad or whatever. Like not giving consequences during the storm, so to speak, because it's just going to be flames on a fire or gas on a fire. But I do feel like afterwards, like when everyone's in the green zone, it's like, hey, what was going on there? What can I do to help you when they're older? Like, I don't know. I was having these conversations when they were like 2 or 3 on a very basic level. Like, how can I help you, support you during those moments? Because I had one kid who really wanted to be by themselves, but they didn't want to say. So I was like, all right, I'll just send them to their room every time. So I was sending them to their room and then it was getting worse. And I was like, hey, I thought you said that you wanted to be alone and you wanted to be sent to your room. And they said, well, it makes me feel like I'm in trouble when you send in my room, but it would help if you said, do you want to go to your room to calm down? So it's almost like my option. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. That's an easy fix. But through that communication is where I was able to figure that out. Because then I'd be like, oh, well, this person wants me near them and needs help supporting them, calming them down. We teach them strategies of what to do when they're calming down or to how to calm down. And then when they're having the tantrum, sometimes I would offer up a solution of like, do you need help calming down or do you want to calm down by yourself? I said that a lot. And I had one kid who would usually choose to need help. And then I had another one that's like, absolutely not. Like you're actually making it worse by being close by. So every kid's different. So that's why it's hard with the podcast to be like, okay, you're going to do this, 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 this. You have to dance with your child and figure out what works for him or her and helping them through the tantrum when they said they needed help. It's like, okay, the help would be something like for this particular child. I'm not saying it's going to work for all kids because a lot of times in the podcast, a lot of people will be like, well, yeah, but instead of yeah, butting, just listen to it and then be like, okay, that wouldn't work for this kid, but it might work for this kid, or that one's not going to work for that one, but a version of that might work for that child. So if someone did say, I need help calming down, I would say, do you want to spell your name backwards, or do you want to blow birthday candles off the birthday cake? So we would make a fake birthday cake, fake candles. And then what we're teaching them is deep breathing, but telling a 3-year-old to deep breathe isn't as fun as let's make a birthday cake and blow out the candles. Or let's make soup and let's smell the soup and cool off the soup. It's all fake soup. It's all made with our hands. They are imaginative beings. So tap into that imaginative energy. Instead of wanting them to always come to our world, we have to go to their world a lot. And then when we go to their world a lot, they're more welcome and they're more open to come to our world when it's time. When we say, okay, come sit at the table and sit like a big kid or big girl or big boy. They're like, oh yeah, I want to be in their world a little bit. Their world seems pretty cool because I trust this person. This person is a safe person. You always want them to feel like you're a safe person in their life. When we're yelling and screaming and hollering, they don't feel safe. So then they check off the box of like, this person's not safe. I'm going to listen to what he or she says with a very tiny grain of salt because I don't feel safe with him or her. And then when they're the grandparents who don't yell and scream, all of a sudden, oh, this grandparent is a safe person, so I'm going to listen to them. That's why so many times when I was teaching, I would have parents tell me all the time, they don't listen at home. I go crazy. I'm yelling and screaming, but then they come to school and they listen. How do you make them listen? And I would always tell them, I don't yell and scream. I don't hoot and holler. They feel safe with me. They trust me. Whenever you're being yelled at, you don't trust that person who's yelling at you. And the kids are the same way. They just have more of an on-off switch. Whereas we can be like, oh, they're just having a bad day. Kids don't have that discernment, so to speak. So when you remember that, you're like, oh, this is a child of God that I'm working with. This is someone else's child. I'm just babysitting God's children. Then all of a sudden you can show up in the way that you want to show up, have that harmony. And then guess what? Everybody has a lot more harmony in the home. I love you guys and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Hey mamas, thanks for listening. If you had any ahas, clicks, or those lightning bolt moments while listening, you have to check out my free parenting bootcamp, where we take all of this to the next level and we try to create even more awakenings for ourselves so that we can connect more with our kids and never yell at them again. You can sign up at www.coachingkelly.com. And if you really want to fill up my love cup, send me an email of what your aha was, what your click was, what was that lightning bolt moment while you were listening. I want nothing more in life than for you to have harmony in your home and to learn how to be an imperfect mom like me, which allows your kids to be imperfect too, each and every day. Thanks for listening.